just take a nice breath in. Exhale that breath. Just allow yourself now to relax more and more. Because from this moment in time, there's nothing of importance for you to do except relax. Relax.
Hello. What is up, humans? Welcome to Scarlett Letter, episode 3. I'm your host, Scarlett Santamaria, taking you on a ride to the underground. It's a very special episode tonight because I have my first female guest of the season. But before I present her, I want to mention some recent accomplishments from women in the music industry. All right. First of all, on the electronic music side, Rez sold out her show at Red Rocks in less than an hour. I think that's pretty insane. I'm so proud and happy for her. She is making moves. On the pop side, Ariana Grande breaks record for most simultaneous top 40 Billboard Top 100 hits by a female artist. And she also claimed numbers 1, 2, and 3 on Billboard Top 100, which was an act first achieved by the Beatles in 1964. These are both outstanding accomplishments by women in the industry. But there is something that I noticed that was deeply disappointing. As I was scrolling through the comment sections of this post, I noticed that majority of negative remarks were coming from other women. Most of them attacking this artist's intellect and looks. And I just want to say to any woman that is listening right now, don't we already live in a patriarchal society that pushes unrealistic expectations on us? Why are we hurting each other when there are bigger things to worry about? Women on women hate is tearing us apart. But the good thing is that there's always room for improvement. And if you really want to change, you can. Do some self-reflection and be real with yourself. Where does this hate towards another woman's success come from? What are some areas that you need to work on? End criticism and speak positively. We should support one another and lift each other up to show the world that we're capable of achieving big things and we should be treated equally. And I really wanted to get that off my chest. It's a real issue, but like I said, everyone is capable of change. If you really want it, of course. So tonight for episode 3, I have a clear example of a powerful woman who is also an SDSU alumni, and her name is Casmalia. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Just get a little closer to the mic.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing amazing. I haven't been to this campus in over a year, but it still feels like I was just here yesterday.
I bet. And do you have any thoughts on what I just mentioned?
Yeah, it's a hot button issue right now, being a woman in the music industry, especially with there's a lot of allegations coming out about certain men in the industry. Mm-hmm. I think what's most important for us as female artists is to support each other.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely. I have a lot of amazing friends that are women that are just killing it right now. And I'm going to give a lot of them shout outs.
Yes, of course. Could you please tell me what genres from the electronic music do you produce?
Yeah, so I make house and tech house and techno. It's pretty much anything between 120 and 128. Mm-hmm. I've done dark techno and I've done melodic progressive house, but kind of where I'm settling right now is more punchy tech house.
Awesome. And where did the name come from?
Casmalia is the name of a town in the Central Coast. So I was driving up the Central Coast with some friends when I first moved to California in 2012. And we were, driving kind of towards Point Conception, north of Santa Barbara. And we saw this town called Casmalia. And I'm like, oh, I like that name. I think I'll take it. And they know who I am. And I don't think they like me because I bought the Casmalia domain name, and I got in a bidding war with that town, and actually I won. So,
I mean, you gotta do what you want to do.
Yeah,
that's your name now. Casmalia.
I need to go visit them one day and be like, "You guys know who I am." But
I know it's me. It's me, your girl, Casmalia. At Casmalia.
No, I think they pronounce it Casmalia.
Casmalia.
I don't like that. It's Casmalia.
Oh, you see, there's a difference. So you you can say that, okay, it's not pronounced the same way. So
exactly.
Okay, just chill, people. How long have you been DJing for or producing?
I've been producing since 2010. I learned how to DJ, I don't know, 2014 or so.
Awesome.
DJing isn't extremely difficult craft to learn, honestly. Producing is very difficult because you're constantly having to adapt to software that is constantly changing. I'm an Ableton instructor. That's the name of the software that I use. Ableton Live, yeah.
All right, perfect.
So I'm an Ableton software instructor, and I've been one for 4 years now.
Oh, that's amazing. Where at?
I do freelance stuff, and I worked at Studio in Encinitas. I did my internship at Studio West in Rancho Santa Fe, and right now I work in Point Loma at a big nonprofit. So.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I definitely want to touch into that later on, so you can tell me more about it.
Absolutely.
I'm aware that you studied music recording technology and audio design here at San Diego State. Is that where you learned most of what you know now, or is it self-taught? Or
it's all self-taught.
Ooh.
I did learn a lot of great skills here, absolutely, but just the ins and outs of my software and, the more complicated technical aspects of Ableton were definitely self-taught.
All right.
And there's only so much you can learn from YouTube videos. I had to learn these things from getting in the studio with artists that knew it more than I did, that were better with me.
Yeah, it's more like practice.
Exactly. You reach a certain level and you need to learn from someone that knows more.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What is the most valuable thing that you took from your degree or just your experience here at San Diego State?
The most valuable thing I took was the value of collaborating with other artists and taking things that other genres have to offer you. I'm a tech house artist, but there are things I learned in classical music theory that I still apply to every song I make.
All right.
It's just not writing off any one style just because, that's not what I make. Like every type of music and every artist has something to offer that you can learn and grow from. That's what I learned.
Yeah, I agree. You can't be completely stuck in one genre or one side of the spectrum because you can learn from everyone.
Well, yeah, you can be stuck in it, but then you're never going to get better.
Yeah. There you go. And you learned something today, guys. All right, Casmalia, I think we're ready to hear your beats. What can we expect in the first half of the show?
Okay. Before I play it, I'd like to dedicate this mix to one of my best friends, Michael Jerry, who was a student here at San Diego State, who unfortunately is no longer with us. But he was thank you. He was my best friend, and he was in the music department. And I want to dedicate the first half of this mix to him. I'm pretty sure the first half is all original.
Ooh,
so
that's amazing.
I'm pretty sure. So if there's one or two that stands out, I'll let you know. But yeah, enjoy.
Perfect. So there you have it. I'm thrilled to hear this mix. We're able to turn it up. And we'll be back in 10 minutes with a longer interview so we can all get to know her better. And by the way, you are listening to KCR College Radio, the sound of state. You can watch us right now on Facebook Live, on my Facebook, at Scarlett Letter Show. And we'll be back in a bit. Hang tight, or not. Dance your heart out. You do whatever you want. Do you, boo-boo? All right, Casmalia, we are back. When was the moment when you decided you wanted to become a DJ?
I was 18. And I've been making music my entire life. And I didn't really envision a future for myself that didn't involve making music. So I decided to do it, and I just kind of committed.
That's awesome.
Just for the record, I wouldn't really recommend this to anyone that isn't fully committed. It is hard, and it's a lot of long hours and a lot of disappointment and many, many years of hard work.
It's a roller coaster, right? A lot of ups and downs.
Yes. Mostly downs, though. Mostly downs.
Oh, no.
But it's worth it. If you put the work into anything, it's going to be worth it. You just have to really, really want it.
Really be passionate about it. That's the key. Just your family has been really supportive?
Yes.
Oh.
They don't like the music itself. I mean, they try.
They're like, it's all noise. It's the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They like it, though. I hope they like it.
Let's all pray they like it. But it's great that you have a good support system regardless.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. That really makes a difference in your career.
It does.
It's beautiful. What was your first gig like?
I don't know if I can say all this. All right. So it was my 21st birthday. I thought I would DJ my first show ever. And this is when I was living in Isla Vista, which is like the college town next to Santa Barbara. It's like the UCSB college town. I actually went to Santa Barbara City College for a couple years and lived in IV. So my friends had a house. I think it was 6645, and we threw a little show. And it was my first time ever DJing. And I think I was using like a 2010 APC 40 or something like that. And my parents actually came, and it ended up being, there was like 10 people there, but we all had a really, really great time. So
That's great, right? That's all that matters.
I messed up everything, but it didn't matter. And everyone that was there for me was like,
I'm sure no one noticed.
well, yeah. Also, I mean, no one noticed for like other reasons, but
Yeah, for sure. Everyone's like, woo, I don't care.
it was my
It's fine.
21st birthday. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. You get a pass. It was
Yeah.
it was your birthday, you know?
21st birthday.
Oh my god.
But then I didn't play again. I think the next time I played was like at Baja Sharkies in Santa Barbara. They let me play from like 8 to 9 p.m. on a Thursday and when I was like 22. And then I didn't start playing like regular gigs until like actually a couple years ago here in San Diego.
All right. That's great. Where do you get your inspiration to produce?
My friends.
Oh, nice.
We all push each other. I mean, everyone I know is absolutely killing it right now. Like, there are so many amazing artists that are coming up that every time I hear something, I'm like, that's a really cool sound. How'd you make this?
Yeah.
I must know.
I must know. Please tell me your secrets.
And we bounce ideas off each other, and it's really, really fun to just have like I don't look up to like bigger artists in that sense where it's like this person knows everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we all know something
Yeah,
about it. And we're all
definitely.
on our own journey. And it's important to learn things from each other, especially in this industry where there's so much cutthroat competition that it's nice to just be able to be like,
Collaborate
oh, here's a
and-
track I made, listen to it. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's so good. And
Yeah, it's that sense of family and collaboration and friendship.
yeah, because we all have something to learn from each other.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Which has been your most memorable set so far?
Oh my God.
I'm sure there's been many, but any set that really stood out to you?
Wow. This past weekend at Ripples in Long Beach was really incredible. That was an amazing set. I was with my friend Tanner and Zoe and Alex. We were all headlining together, and it was really fun.
Nice.
And, you know, I really killed my set. But I think before that, probably my most memorable set was I did a show at Avenue for my birthday last year
Oh.
for my friend Liza.
Yeah, PV Avenue.
Yeah.
Was it for Switching Lanes?
Um,
Or was it, Soul Set, you said?
no, it wasn't for Soul Set. It wasn't for Switching. It was Tia's for, no, it wasn't Tia's for Techno. It was, oh God, Liza's going to kill me. Oh, no.
It's fine. Well, it was an event on your birthday.
No,
it was memorable.
We packed the house. It
Ooh.
was such a fun show. And I'm actually doing another event for her in April.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so it's great. I love just doing shows for my friends. It's much better than doing it for like some
Big-
random party company or
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it definitely makes a difference because you're there like giving a piece of your heart.
exactly.
For your friends.
That's what made it special. I think I closed out the night with like a song from Jamiroquai.
Why not?
Why not? Exactly. If you're with your friends, why not?
Perfect. I noticed that you had some names in your profile, including House of Hustle, OKNF, Hood Politics, and others. What is your affiliation with this brand?
So, so House of Hustle and Night Records, I have tracks signed to those labels that have not come out yet, so they're unreleased. Hood Politics, Envied, OKNF, Bottom Feeder, and is there another one? Hopefully not.
Hood Politics.
Yeah, Hood Politics, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are all labels that I've released with. I released EPs
Wow,
with...
look at you. You're balling. All these labels.
Well, Hood Politics, I mean, they're my friends. I've released 2 EPs with them. I released one with Bottom Feeder, but honestly, a lot of these labels, like the same artists release on all of them. Like my friends Arnold and Lane, I think we're on like 5 labels together at this point.
Wow, you're living large.
Yeah, I mean, labels aren't like they're not really exclusive. They're
yeah.
not. Everyone's just like, this is our sound, and if you make a track that fits it, we'll release it.
Yeah, it works out.
It's not exclusive. I mean, even Dirty Bird's becoming more like that.
Yeah, and you were telling me earlier, can you tell me about your experience in South America?
Oh, yeah. So I just came back from Colombia.
Ooh.
I was in Colombia and Costa Rica and Panama, and I got to play a show at Octava, which is in Bogota, and that's a nightclub that goes till 6 a.m.
Wow.
And I wasn't planning on it. I just showed up, and like I speak a bit of Spanish, so I was like,
Oh, yeah? Can you say something right now?
Sí, mi nombre es Casmalia, soy de San Diego, y tengo mucha... I have a lot of,
Perfecto. Muy bien, muy bien.
don't put me on the spot. Just kidding.
It's okay.
It's like I had a lot of music, and I want to play for you guys. I basically just sent them my mix, and they're like, oh my God, you're perfect. Just come tonight and play a set.
Yes.
And they gave me an hour-long set at Octava, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. It was hard to leave Colombia.
Yeah?
It was probably
How was your experience?
probably the best country I've ever been to. The food, the people, the music, just the nightlife, and
Oh, yeah, Latinos, we party hard.
oh my God, I love Colombia so much. That was my favorite.
And you were telling me about the influence of Latin American music.
Yeah. So
here.
right now, like a really big thing is Brazilian bass.
Okay.
We have a lot of South American artists that are just really popping off, and not just that, but like the music scene down there is really, it's predicting the trends of the industry right now, kind of like how Europe was.
All right.
Not too long ago. I would say like Brazil specifically, and South America in general.
What did you notice?
Well, yeah, as they latch onto tech house more and more, they're influencing the trends. And we have these bigger labels like Dirty Bird that are signing all these Brazilian bass artists.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah, so I actually have a couple Brazilian bass songs in the second half of my mix. You guys will hear.
That's amazing. Yes, we're really excited to hear. Are you releasing any music soon, or are you currently working on other projects?
Yes. So I just signed a track to Night Records with my friend Joey McNulty. He's the owner of one of the owners of Hood Politics. It's called Tréchaude.
All right.
I think that's how it's pronounced. It's French. I don't speak French. But it's
okay.
coming out on Night Records and a compilation on March 4th. And then I have another one that's coming out with Slightly Sizzled Records. Slightly Sizzled. That one's coming out March 4th, which is the day before my birthday.
What?
I know.
What a great way to celebrate.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Thank you for sharing. I want to shift into a more serious topic, and I want to ask you, do you agree that it's more difficult for women to break into an industry that is mostly male-driven, or simply to be taken seriously as an artist?
I mean, as a woman, anything you do like in STEM is going to be somewhat of an uphill battle. It's not as gnarly as it was, I imagine. I don't really experience sexism on the daily from any of the people I work with, but that could also just be a testament to the people I choose to work with.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it doesn't exist. My biggest annoyance would for sure be I'm often asked to play events. They're like, oh, we're doing an all-female DJ show, and we want to bring you. I'm like, that's cool. I'm for sure going to take your money. But I would like to be chosen because my music is good.
Yeah.
And because of my label affiliations and my art and my sound design. Like, I would much rather be chosen about that. And, this
Instead
is
of solely your sex or gender.
Exactly. And I'm not saying it's not important. I do like, I guess, paving the way for younger female artists, but it does get a little tiring at the time. I like half the gigs that people hit me up for.
It's usually like that.
All female artists saying, I'm like, cool. I'm also on OKNF and House of Hustle. Like, would you like to book me for other reasons, or?
Yeah, not just because I'm a woman.
Yes.
So, what other challenges have you faced in your career so far?
People trying to tear you down. If you're on the right path when people start trying to push you off of it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You just have to stick firm. And there is a certain point in your career where you cannot get better without learning from someone who's better than you. And the day you stop being humble is the day you stop maturing as an artist. Mm-hmm. So we as artists mature, we plateau, and we get better, and then we plateau.
Yeah.
And I know so many people that have just stopped in their plateau, and it makes me sad. I'm like, you're in your plateau. You got to keep pushing through. Yeah. You could be at the very end of it. You could be about to get better. You don't even know. You just have to keep doing it.
Don't give up so easily.
Exactly.
Or don't get discouraged.
And there's no one way for anyone to get big. There's no one writes a book.
There's no formula. There's not a secret formula.
Well, even if there was, it changes every single day. The industry changes every single day. Like, I know some artists who, I'm not going to name names, but artists who were signed to the biggest tech house label in the world who had a song rejected, and they released it on a small independent label, and it's incredibly successful, to say the least.
Yeah.
And this is something that might not have been feasible that long ago.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, even
because there are more outlets now to put your music.
Exactly. I think growing your fan base organically, like in terms of just getting your stuff out there and producing consistently is important. My biggest challenge has been finding my specific sound, the little niche that I fit in, because I can make a lot of things.
Yeah, I was hearing at your SoundCloud, like the latest
all kinds of stuff on there.
Yeah, the latest one was Lit, which was like really more hard, and then the second one was like El Ritmo, which was more like bouncy. Yeah, so it was really different.
I made that in Colombia, by the way.
Oh, perfect. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, I wonder where she got the inspiration from, because it was like the Latin.
Any mood I just might happen to be in, okay. It just strikes me, and I make a song. I make really soft stuff. I make a lot of bootlegs. I love 80s music. Yeah. My song Observe, there's a sample from Nate Dogg and Warren G in there. So like I'm still trying to find my niche.
All right.
So to speak.
Yeah, well, you're still discovering a lot of things about yourself, and we are at an age where we're still trying to figure a lot of things out, you know?
I mean, most artists never really find their niche.
Mm-mm.
They get pigeonholed. They make something really, really well, and then they get pressured by the industry to continue making that thing when they would rather continue to explore.
Yeah, so there's a lot of pressure in DJs, and especially like I noticed like in the DJs that are like in the EDM scene, like they constantly need to change their style, and a lot of fans get mad, and some of them are like, oh yeah, this is fine, but they're just going with the herd, you know?
Then no one is ever going to like every single thing you make. That's totally okay. If you don't like my music, that is fine.
It's fine. I'm sure there are some other people that love it. So that's all that matters.
Well, the only thing
you can't please everyone.
Do I like it? That's what matters to me. If I listen to something like, this is really good, I don't care if anyone else likes it. I can just listen to it over and over again. I've been doing this for almost 10 years now. And just in the past couple have I had any kind of recognition at all. You know, I've been doing this for the love for that long.
Well, that's beautiful that you're still continuing your passion, because that's what matters. If it makes you happy, just keep doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What should the music industry be doing to be more inclusive towards women?
My God, just book more female artists on your lineup. I'm sorry, if your festival has 20, 30 plus artists on the lineup and none of them are women, you might have a problem.
Yeah.
I am not going to financially support that. It's very unlikely that I will.
No,
I'm
not at all.
Probably not going to like specifically call you out, but I'm just going to be like, there are so many of us right now, especially if you're an insider in the industry and you know who we are. It's kind of, you know, it's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I'm not going to name names here, but I know of a few festivals or big shows that have been announced like recently. I was like, oh, one
female artist,
or like a duo with one as a female.
Oh my God.
And it's just literally give us airtime. Is it really that hard? Like,
yeah, you're right.
But I don't want to be given airtime just because I'm a woman, so it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, it is. It's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Exactly.
There's always, especially for women, like we have all these pressures to be a certain way, but we can't be this way, or we can't be both. It's like
I honestly wish sometimes
just put a mask on, you know, like Mala or freaking Marshmallow.
No, I have bedazzled headphones. I glued rhinestones all over them. I have a unicorn USB. I just girlied it up because I was like, I don't care.
Embrace that.
Screw it. I'm going to be as girly as possible to, I don't know what kind of point I'm trying to make, but it's fun and it makes me happy. So why not?
Why not? All right. I agree with everything you've been saying. Thank you. Thank you for sharing everything.
Of course.
What advice would you give a DJ or producer that is trying to make it in this industry? And it could be targeted towards women or anyone in general, whatever approach you want to take.
It's 2019. You can't pirate your software anymore. You're going to have to buy it. If you're a student, Ableton gives you a 40% discount, and you can split it with your buddy because you can validate 2 computers, so that's like $200 each. It's worth it. Lifetime free upgrades. Do it. Other than that, work with artists that are better than you. Listen to people with your ego and your walls down, because you're not going to get anywhere if you think you are great.
Very true. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the underground electronic music scene in San Diego? Positive and negative.
It is absolutely thriving. There is an event every night of the week. I have some amazing friends that are throwing just shows consistently that are absolutely killing it. I don't know if there's like really any negatives. Of course.
Thank you for that. That's
great. If I had any sort of critique at all, it would just be, I feel like sometimes the lineups can tend to be a little bit
kind of repetitive,
monotonous. Yeah, you said it before me. You said it. Yep. You said it before me. It's not on me.
That's very true. It's like the same DJs over and over.
I'm not saying I don't like them. They're all my friends.
Yeah, same here. I love them all. And
I understand why I'm not on a lot of those lineups. I'm not being butthurt about it because my style doesn't fit on a lot of those lineups.
All right.
But I feel like they're, every now and again, hey, book a techno artist for your house show.
Why not?
Switch
it up a little bit.
Exactly.
Switch it up.
That's my only critique. Other than that, we have an amazing scene. I can't say anything bad about it, really. Nothing bad.
Perfect. Well, I'm glad you've had a great experience so far. And thank you so much for sharing everything that you've just said. You're amazing.
Thank you.
And we're going to go on the second half of the mix for a bit. I know we really got into it, but I think it's just really necessary for the artists to really speak their mind and for really to get to know you better on this deeper level.
And I want to mention that I'd say there might be 2 or 3 tracks in this mix that I did not make.
All right.
So keep that in mind.
All right. So we'll be back with Casmalia.